Hi everyone, welcome to Redacted. Wonder where all my Dragon Quest movies went. Where did all those videos go? I don't know where they went. Does anyone know where they went? Toy Animation Company Limited. Do you know where they went? I bet you do. Because you sent me a lovely thing that wasn't a copyright strike, but it was a copyright owner using Content ID has claimed some material in your video of Dragon Quest: The Adventure of Dai Episode 5 React. As a result, my video has been blocked and can no longer be played on YouTube. This is not a copyright strike. This claim does not affect your account status. But it doesn't have to, and you all know it. Because of that, I had to remove all the rest of my Dragon Quest videos on the off chance that one of your stupid ass algorithms would somehow randomly determine that all the rest of them somehow violate something, in which case my channel would be shut down without any notice at all. Oh, excuse me. I mean, I'd get an email about it after, probably. So yeah, thanks. Want to know why content creators are leaving your stupid website? This is why. Like that, and also y'all are kind of cringy about certain issues beyond this that I'm not going to go into. So I'm pretty mad, so you can tell I'm mad. Is it choke on my own spit because I'm salty? Okay. I just got done writing an 8-page paper, which by the time I'm done with it is probably going to be more like 12, which is honestly not that long, for a doctoral program class. And I was like, you know what? I'm tired, but I'm still going to say something because my followers need to know what happened. And by that, I mean actually subscribers, you know what I mean. I'm tired, leave me alone. I love y'all. I'm sorry that happened. It was out of my control. I knew it was gonna happen in some ways. I don't know if any of you have been here since the beginning. Remember me saying in the first one, being like, I bet that, I didn't mean the audio to come through on my headphone, but it did. I'm sorry, Toy, and this is what I get for it. So in order to show you how sad I am about, being a fan of your content, I am so sorry. Please forgive me. Will you ever forgive me for being a fan of your content? You see, in the old days of the internet, it used to be, as I get out my actual cane that I use because I have spinal problems and degeneration. Let me get out my old geezer cane. In the old days of the internet, I'm going to tell you a story, children. In the old days of the internet, it wasn't that there wasn't issues like this, because there totally were. There were lawsuits all over the place. But in the old days, you used to be able to make things and be creative. You know the word creative? Yeah? And people weren't all going to attack you with an army of lawyers about it. This is, to me, the same kind of, I don't want to say plague because we've had enough of that this year, that is just destroying so many different sectors of society. I feel like from innovation and people doing copywriting and patenting and trademarking for things that don't exist yet. And by that I mean, I don't mean like the typical patent thing where people were going in and doing things like what my uncle did with oil drilling a few decades ago and stuff. Yes, that were things that they were going to make and stuff. I'm talking about things that people are like going so far ahead to do just ahead of time so no one else can claim it, and they're filing like tons of them at once, and they're all part of the same entity. And that's the specific type of thing I'm talking about. I feel like those kinds of actions by large groups or groups with most capital, right, money, are what's ruining, honestly, innovation and stunting the progress of society. And at this point, obviously, my stupid ass fan video isn't at that, but I feel like it would be dumb for me to be like, hey, so copyright is ruining the internet. And not also be like, so hey, as a total nerd, I have also thought about these things, which I'm sure that maybe some of you have too. in relation to other aspects of society. Remember, I just wrote an academic paper, so my nerd cap is still on. Yeah. Will society be better off without my Dragon Quest videos? I don't really care. I just was happy to make them for people. I was happy that some people were watching them. Hopefully, maybe sort of enjoying the quirky weirdness that is me. And just that would bring me great joy, is to know that. I don't care if it was only one person who watched it who enjoyed it. That's good enough for me, okay? So like things that make people have creativity, things that bring people joy, things that, oh, I don't know, make the world a little less like, you know what I mean? Yeah. And having fun is one of those things. It doesn't have to be, like, it's kind of like when you go and you watch a really bad horror movie and you're like, wow, that was the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. And yet it was hilarious. And you enjoy it because it was hilariously bad. Even things like that, and yes, I could probably compare some of my channel to that for sure. Even things like that have value, okay? So I'm sitting here minding my own business. And it was like, I guess it was sent to me over the, yeah, it gets better. It was sent to me here in Nevada, in Las Vegas, through my email during presidential and regular elections results weekend here in the United States. Was it? I want to make absolutely sure I'm getting this correct. I have to know for sure. And like, that in itself, like, you can't make that up. It's like one of the most emotionally intense weekends for my country. And they're like, oh, hey, by the way, what's up? Your video. Like, and I'm like, yeah, I'm so very, please accept my apology of being your fan. So yeah, and having fun, which I, by the way, actually, you know what, screw that. I'm not apologizing for having fun. It was fun. I'm just going to stick with that. So, and by the way, I never claimed that any of my movies were for kids because I have jokes that reference Adult Swim shows, which are, I mean, teenagers, watch them and stuff, but like, they're not really for kids. I swear like a sailor when I'm not busy having to have my nerd hat on and be like, let me talk to you about this absolutely ridiculously inaccessible language I'm going to use for academia, which I can't even pronounce because it just drives me crazy. Okay, it drives me that they have to make us write and speak that way. But like, yeah, so when I finally take the nerd hat off and I'm able to just speak regularly, you damn right I cuss a lot. So, because I'm tired. And it's just more fun. So y'all, thanks for bearing with me. If you were just kind of like, wow, is Eclectic Entries ever going to have another Dragon Quest episode? Yeah, I actually did have one to upload last weekend during the election fiasco that, quite frankly, I'm now feeling better about. I was horrified before things. I'm still kind of like, really? That money? Okay, I'm not doing that. It wasn't of land thought. Okay. But like, yeah. I mean, come on, y'all. Like, if you're wondering where I stand on the political spectrum, I don't want to say stand because, I mean, let's face it, I can barely stand all the time anyway. But where I am on the political spectrum, hello, I have a WPA Posters Forever USA thing over here. It's a stamp, okay? Do you know what that's from? That's from FDR's New Deal. That was a socialist program, okay? Just to give you tiny inkling, gun-toting hippie am I. Okay, so that's the whole thing. Is what I just wanted to go at. Was just kind of like, yo, you couldn't have picked like a less terrible time to like come after my channel. Thanks. Wow. So I might insert that terrible Nevada meme when we were waiting for counting, which we, by the way, are still waiting for everything to be counted. And probably when we get our results in, they'll be like, we need a recount. And I'll be like, as everybody has been joking around here, it's like, yeah, Nevada, we're counting so slowly because that's what happens when you run out all the card counters. I'm just kidding. And one of my friends was like, no, get the strippers back in there. They'll count that money fast. And I'm like, damn, Skippy really will. So like, that's been hard for everybody. COVID's been hard for that industry, okay? I gotta keep it at least a little bit not too mature here. But yeah, they've had some, let's just reference that whole meme, okay? Modern times call for modern solutions, and there have been some made. So yeah, which is, I'm all over the place tonight, aren't I? So yeah, I got a not copyright strike, but also we're coming for you kind of email. And I just wanted to let you all know that that happened, and I'm gonna have to find some other way to deal, either again without sound, which I'm still risking my channel over because if they decide to be about it. And two, there just may be other content on here. I don't know, maybe I'll just do a react to each episode that's not a live react. It's more like a recap, I guess. I guess I'll have to call it a recap. Like, really, a lot of my other reacts on this channel were really recaps before. And kind of my thoughts on that. So I might have to take that approach instead, which is, to me, is not as fun, and I'm so sorry about that. But this is the day and age we live in, and quite frankly, it's, that's the sound of 2020. Yeah. So, I love y'all. I hope you're doing okay wherever you are. Yeah. So, it's been a time and a half. On another private note, the other thing that made that absolutely worst timing possible is my mother had to stop some medicine that was helping her with her Alzheimer's because it's not approved by the FDA yet, and that whole thing's over with. So no more medicine that was helping my mom. And it's been a week as of today, and it's already just her condition. So it's been, like I said, it's been a time and a half, and Toei Company Limited could not have picked a worse time to come at me. So yeah, I mean, they could have. There's always a way in which it could have been worse. But I'm also just like, I want to fight you. Like, out of all the freaking anime that you've given me over the years, that's like, unite and fight. I definitely want to. I want to fight you on this. I'm mad about it. I wish we still had more of that creative freedom and fun that the internet used to be before Google and everybody else decided to turn it from a geeky playground into a conglomerate of they're not even chaotic evil, they're just evil. So yeah, I'm gonna go now. I'm obviously manic, tired, wrote a huge paper, had a lot of emotional issues going on politically, personally, and physically. So yeah, until, I guess, I don't know, I might make a video this weekend or maybe next week. We'll have to see, okay? Cheers.